welcome to Books, Tea and Therapy, the podcast where we spill the tea on books, life and everything in between. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Eloise, and this is, what was we on now? Chapter 4.
Chapter 4. And the book today is Riding High.
Should I read the blurb?
Do you want to read? Yeah?
I'll give it a go. Escape to the Wild West with a sizzling cowboy romance that will leave you breathless. When Cole Ashby is appointed Laurel Creek's interim sheriff, he is determined to prove himself as the best man for the job. A devoted single dad, his goal is to lay steady roots for his young daughter. The daughter of a Kentucky congressman, Ginger Danforth's life has always been about neat appearances, but inside she's dying to break free and embrace adventure. During a wild weekend in Vegas and after a few too many drinks, Ginger and Cole find themselves hitched in a neon-lit chapel. With no quick way out, they strike a deal, stay secretly married until Ginger's father is re-elected and Cole lands the sheriff job permanently. But as the pair spend more time together, sparks fly and their accidental marriage starts to feel dangerously real until they forget they were ever pretending at all.
For starters, how pretty
I know.
is the book?
It's the painted edges.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
I need them all to put...
I'll put them all back. The thing is, I don't know if I could have books like that way on a shelf.
I don't know, it might feel a bit strange.
Like, how would I know what it is?
They need double-sided shelves.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's probably a thing if you have a big enough house.
If it's not, I'm going to invent it.
Like, you could have it in the middle of your, 2 rooms.
Yeah.
And you could see both sides. That would be so good.
So
Need a bigger
good.
house.
Oh, yeah. Me too. So you've got main characters...
Ginger and
Cole. They've been friends. I want to say
literally, if not their whole life, most of their life.
Yeah, I think so. Ginger is friends with Cole's sister,
yeah,
Cece, and brother's best friend.
Yeah,
always
she's
had a
bit
crush
of a
on
crush
him, and he gets married young. Because
she gets pregnant. Yeah, so he kind of does the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And then that doesn't work out.
Yeah, because she's a bit of a
mum's
twat.
just a raging ass.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's kind of their story. He's a couple of years older than her, but not much.
Yeah.
And then literally the blurb says. So Cece's getting married.
Yeah.
So his
best friend
is getting married to his best friend. And so they do a joint bachelorette party, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's in Vegas. And there's this friend, what's his name? Chris.
Oh, Chris, yeah.
He's
Chris.
there and he's creepy Chris. He's hitting on Ginger and yeah, he's just not having any of it. Do you know what
I imagined him to be like? I imagined him to be a short, fat, bald man.
Yeah.
He probably isn't, but he just gave me
he gave you that
short,
vibe.
fat, bald man vibes.
Yeah.
Ick.
Yeah. So Cole obviously is
jealous.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Because they've spent quite a lot of time together since he's not been with his baby mum.
They became
really good friends.
And she kissed him once he pushed her away.
That was when they were younger.
Yeah. So she's
always kind of had a little bit of feelings, and he's this is kind of what makes him realise, I maybe do too.
Yeah.
No, Reginald. Sorry, guys. Reggie's being very affectionate today. Sit your bum. Good boy. Yeah, so obviously it's one of those typical Vegas things, isn't it? You can see it happening from a mile off.
Yeah, 100%.
But they get accidentally married because they're drunk out of their minds, but they decide to keep it a secret.
Mm-hmm. We also got robbed of smut there.
Yeah, so... I
was livid. I was like,
what? It was obviously their first time together because they'd never acted on it or anything. And you kind of get to... that they wake up the next morning and then that's when
naked.
Yeah, that's when
is he naked? He's woken up before.
He's woken up and she's just waking up and then realizes as she kind of wakes up in her hungover haze that they are married. But obviously I think it was written though, Reggie, darling. He's so desperate to just love you. Why don't you sit with Hannah?
That's it. There you
Good
go.
boy.
You can
sit
hold the
with
book
Hannah
like normal.
Yeah. For those of you who are listening and not watching, I have very needy Frenchie.
He likes me now.
Who loves Hannah. It's like his best friend now. Where were we at? See, Reginald, you're a massive distraction.
They just woke up.
It was how it was written. I think it was written because obviously they'd drunk a lot, so it's almost like not being able to remember it.
That makes sense.
Because otherwise you're reading it as it's happening thinking, oh my God, and then they wake up and she can't remember it. It's a bit like, So I think that's why it was done, but it's a shame because it sounded great.
It sounded like a great
night.
Yeah.
And then, there's a lot going on, like the blurb said.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's a lot of like political things happening in like their lives. So they
Yeah.
decide they
So
can't
is it
get
congressman or something.
Yeah, but they can't get it annulled because the town they live in, they would find out about it.
And also they said you'd have to prove that you didn't consummate
and they obviously did.
And they did.
Like, so anything to do with kind of like dissolving the marriage, they can't really do with like quietly.
No.
So they decide to kind of just leave it.
And he's just become the sheriff.
Yes.
He's got 60 odd days or something.
Yeah, he's on like a trial period
Yeah.
for being the new sheriff. And he works with some absolute douchebag, doesn't he?
Who is his ex-wife's new
partner. Yeah. He's just an absolute knob jockey.
Brent. Is it Brent?
I want to say it's Brent.
Yeah.
So it's and obviously the whole thing, you know, like they fall in love and blah blah blah. And, it's really nice. It's like a really sweet one.
I loved it.
I liked that there wasn't anything too dramatic.
Yeah.
I feel like a couple of books we've read,
like say you saw a big car crash.
Yeah, and even with Lights Out, obviously the theme of it is quite dramatic. Yeah. But there's even more so. There's a lot of like, oh, this and this and this.
Yeah.
I felt like this one was a nice read.
Yeah.
It was a nice, easy to digest.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is because it's got like, I thought this was a cowboy hat on the front cover. It's actually a sheriff's hat. But maybe they have cowboy sheriff's hat in America because we don't have sheriffs here or cowboys. Maybe we do have cowboys. Do we have cowboys?
My uncle's a bit of a cowboy.
We have pretend cowboys.
My uncle's a cowboy.
Oh, okay, there we go. We've got cowboys.
Yeah.
But I made the assumption because if you've listened to all the other episodes by now, you'll know I don't read blurbs, I don't read reviews, I don't do any of it. So I made an assumption, which was my bad. Yeah. That it was like full on like cowboy.
I think the name as well. I thought it was a cowboy romance.
But I haven't read any of the others in this series because it is part of a series.
Yeah.
So it might be that this is the only one that he isn't a cowboy. I don't know. Don't come for me.
I mean, there was a little like...
There was a few references to like ranches and stuff, which is cool. But I also was thinking about... I've just watched Ransom Canyon on Netflix. Oh. Which is cowboys, right? Seen it. And I was like, oh, like, this would be great. Yeah. Like, I'm loving the cowboys. And then it wasn't anything about cowboys, which I was a bit sad about. But that was my own assumptions.
Yeah. I mean, I did think, oh, this isn't really
cowboys.
I mean, they go on the ride and it is on a ranch.
Yeah. I don't know whether I just expected it to be full on
cowboys.
Like Western. Bull riding and stuff.
There's no bull riding.
Well.
There was some sort of riding.
But it was so lovely. Like it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like as a book.
When I was reading through it, I was like, because I wasn't expecting too much because we bought this on a whim, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were just buying books, and I was like, this looks good. Or one of you said it. One of us said it. And I haven't seen too much about it on TikTok until we bought it. And I was like, well, I've already got it. I'm not going to read anything. I'm not going to ruin it for myself because I do ruin it for myself quite often. So I didn't know
what to expect. I think that's where we're opposite ends of the spectrum, though. Normally, you'll go so far to ruin stories for yourself, and I just won't read anything at all.
I read it as if I was you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is actually really good.
It was really good. It wasn't not good. I just thought it was more cowboy vibes. Yeah. Especially on the back, it literally says, escaped the Wild West with a sizzling cowboy romance.
Yeah, that's not really the Wild West, is it?
But he's the sheriff.
Yeah.
So maybe, I think we need to read
Texas?
the others.
Are they in Texas?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Where's Kentucky?
I don't know.
They've got a derby there, horse race. I know that much.
Maybe everyone in Kentucky is just a cowboy.
I don't know. I feel like we're probably stereotyping there. Sorry to anyone in Kentucky who's listening.
I don't know. I've never been.
No, I mean,
I don't even know where it is.
Neither do I. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. Because look, so this is a whole series called Silver Pines, right? So that's the name of their town. So you've got Holding the Reins and Training the Heart. I'm sure there's another one. I'm sure there's a fourth one, but that's what's in the book. I think that's the third one out of 4, and I haven't read the others.
No. But I think you can read that as a standalone, can't you? Like I don't have any trouble with any characters.
And that was what was nice about it, is because you could just pick up any of them and read any of them and not feel like you've missed half a story from another book. So that was done really well.
Although one of them is an ice hockey player.
Right.
One of them, what does he do? Cece's husband.
I can't remember.
But I'm imagining those books are gonna like be linked in, so maybe they're all different. Like maybe one's cowboys, maybe one's ice hockey.
Maybe it's just about the fact of where they live and what is the environment. Like small town American cowboys, something.
They say y'all.
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 Oh, but obviously because I was reading this, I was like, I'll definitely finish watching Ransom Canyon, which was great, by the way.
I didn't even know what it was.
You need to watch it.
Okay.
It's got Josh Duhamel in it. He used to be married to Fergie. He was on what else? He's been in loads of stuff. You're gonna have to Google him. So then you can appreciate who I'm talking about.
My face.
Oh, okay.
So I have to type and think. Right, Josh.
Duhamel. Do you know who I mean now?
Oh.
Yeah, he's in it. He's like the main character.
Okay.
I love him so much. I'd watch him in anything.
Okay.
But it was good because it was loads of other stories. You would have seen thirst traps of one of the guys in it going around TikTok. I'll send it to you later.
What are you trying to say?
Honestly,
my whole TikTok is thirst traps?
No.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I know. But like I was really loving that. So obviously with this, I was kind of expecting like
more cowboys,
more like being on the ranch and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know,
I noticed that it was
taking
a
cowboy's
hat,
but I wasn't, and what that means.
Oh
and like save horse ride cowboy.
Yeah.
But they do reference that quote actually in that book. I remember them saying that, and then her being like, "He's not even a cowboy."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Fine, ride the sheriff then."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I wrote that down in one of my funny quotes.
Yeah.
I mean, she calls him the definition of hot sheriff daddy, big dick energy. Loved that.
Oh, and she calls him Law Daddy, doesn't she?
Law Daddy, yeah.
Law Daddy. I love that.
His granddad, she says to him, "If I'm still single when I'm 40, Papa Dean, we're getting married."
Yeah.
His granddad was like...
His granddad was great.
He was a boy.
Yeah, he was great. I really liked his granddad, actually. Her dad was just hard work.
Yeah.
Her dad was very much like, this is how we perceive ourselves to the public. Like, you have to do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And, like, he just came across as a bit of an arse.
He was an arse.
Yeah.
The G tattoo. Not tattoo.
Oh,
the brand.
Oh my God, he got branded for her, but never said anything.
Never told her, and she saw it and was like, I would have asked him instantly. I'd have been like,
what's that?
But his ex-wife's name is Gemma.
Yeah.
So I think actually my mind would have probably been like,
it's for her.
It's for her.
Yeah, but it wasn't, because he got it done when she kissed him when they were younger. He was working at like a neighbouring ranch or something, wasn't he? And they would brand the cattle. And so he got it done after they'd kissed.
Yeah. Even though he pushed her away.
Silly
boy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought that was really sweet.
I thought it was a tattoo at first. I don't know why the way they
branding. Yeah. Oh, that must hurt.
Oof, could you imagine?
That's in Yellowstone. Have you watched Yellowstone?
No. I haven't watched much. I don't
have
time to watch
shit on TV. I make the time. I like. There's some really nice looking cowboys on TV, Hannah.
Yeah.
But they brand them.
Oh.
Yeah, on there. So yeah, it doesn't look fun.
I mean, I've seen it on Jackass.
Oh yeah.
With the penises on Bam's bum.
Oh god.
We watched that the other week.
Did you?
Like, oh. Even he said he'd rather, I can't even remember, like cut his dick off or something.
Then do that again. Yeah, I can imagine it is literally excruciating.
I feel like we've gone off on a tangent. Should we quickly story of our life? Should we quickly sum up the story? I've read books since. We kind of started and then
I feel like we've done it.
We didn't mention his daughter.
We mentioned who they are. Oh, he has Mabel. Got a daughter. Yeah, she's really sweet.
So once they're married, I think we kind of stopped when they got married.
Yeah, and then we started going off on tangents. Yeah. So they got married. Then she moves in as the nanny, like for the summer because she's a teacher.
Yeah.
And he's obviously like works weird hours because he's the sheriff and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's kind of like a win-win. And they get really close, don't they? They like really love each other.
Yeah, and then like his daughter Mabel like loves her. She loves Mabel. It's just a really cute little story. Yeah. Like how they realise they fall in love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, like you say, there's no dramatics really other than
I mean towards the end it is, but it's like their marriage certificate gets sent to his office and this Brent guy that we mentioned earlier decides
to be a twat.
So, like he keeps going, like he's just looking for leverage to get him out of being the sheriff because that's what he wanted. So he finds that and then like basically uses it to blackmail him.
Yeah, but then it doesn't work.
But then it doesn't work at all because he's got far more blackmail. Yeah, he's got like a video of him.
He's got a video of him, yeah, and all you can see apparently is his bum, and then he moves out the way, and a girl gets up off her knees.
Yeah, and she's like young. She was like young and on drugs and stuff like that. So like he's really dodgy.
Yeah.
So yeah, like none of it kind of, but that's what I mean. Like there's not much chaos but enough to make it kind of
it was a nice cute little love story.
It was an easy read
with some decent smut.
Yes,
I was like, wow. In fact, at one point the girls came home from school, John was there, and I was like, I need to put this book down. The wrong part to be reading around
my entire family.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just carry on with this later.
James would do that. He'd be like, I'll be sat in the evening, so he'll play PlayStation and I'll sit and read. Like it's just what we do. We do like each other and want to spend time together. And he'll always be like, "What are you reading?" And I'm like, "You always ask me that when it's like not the time." I'm just like, oh, it's about whatever, like whatever topics, like cowboys or whatever. And he's like, right. I'm just like, oh God. He's not a reader at all.
I think John would freak out if he saw what I read. Honestly, he'd be like, what? You know that TikTok where it's like, there's so much porn in here?
Yeah, literally.
That would be John. He'd be like, what?
Yeah. Although I did see there's a guy who's joined Book Talk recently. I sent him you. And he is like reading it. And then I saw another TikTok of a different guy and was like, look, if you are like with a reader, you need to read because you'll get some great ideas.
Yeah, great tips. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, hello Reg. Nice to see you again.
There's a guy I follow called Dan.
Right.
He's like Harry Styles, Taylor Swift fan.
Okay.
And he reads as well. And he was going through books the other day and he was like, I'm the spiciest. You know, like that trend.
Yeah.
And then the spiciest, he was like, fanfics. I was like, ha!
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's but this one was just nice. It was like a nice read, an easy read, a good story. You liked the characters. Like they were easy to like and easy to want to read about.
And it felt...
And it didn't feel
real,
corny or cheesy or anything like that.
Yeah, like some of the stories you read, like you're like, okay, that could happen, but like, would it ever happen?
Or it's a bit cringy, but this was done really well. Like, I really liked her writing. Yeah, like, I'll really definitely read more.
I'm going to read all the others.
So if anyone knows which one out there actually is Cowboys by her, send it my way.
I'll have a look. I wanted to bring up something, which was because you brought up in our Say You Swear episode about Rod.
Oh God. I feel like I gloss over them so much because it just makes me feel the ick.
So I feel like I had a few.
Okay.
I just need to find them.
I feel like half our podcast is just going to be talking about what anatomy is labelled in books.
Yeah. I mean, this one did. I was
like it jumped out at you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, where is it? Dripping slip. But then before that, he did say, "Do you drip down your thighs for all your friends?" I was like, wait, this is the best one. Sweet little berry.
Oh, I don't know about that.
When I read that, I was like,
I can't see. All I'm now imagining is it looking like a bunch of berries.
I imagine it being blue. Like a blueberry.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, I didn't like that one.
But we've said this before, it's so hard to find a decent like description, especially if there's a lot of different sex scenes in a book.
Yeah.
They can't like
repeat it.
Say the same thing again and again and again because it gets a bit boring, doesn't it?
Yeah. He watches as my lips hug his cock. I don't know how I felt about that one either. I was like, lips. Oh,
but they are, aren't they?
I know, but it just makes me feel sick. Thinking,
I feel like
imagine someone saying to you something.
Do you know whenever I read lips though in a book, I always have to take a second and reread it and make sure I'm reading about the right
lips,
the right ones. Reg, you're sat right on the book there, mate.
The top lips or the bottom lips?
Yeah.
I mean, there was some of the smart, like some of the words in it. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to read them all out because I'm just going to out myself, and I don't know who I know that watches this.
It doesn't matter. Maybe they like it too.
Like my dad would be like, Hannah.
I really hope my dad's not watching this. If you are, Dad, goodbye.
Yeah. Turn off, please. We don't need your views.
I really liked it though. I thought it was a really good one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice one, easy one. Like there wasn't anything I didn't really like about it.
I mean, it's like.
It's a relatively sizable book.
It's a sizable book, but it didn't take me because you read like a bloody rocket.
Yeah.
Whereas
you read it really quickly. When you told me you were done, I was like, oh wow, like that's really quick for you. Like that's how easy it was. To, get
so
through.
Easy to read, and it wasn't like I find. Sometimes I have to reread bits.
Yeah.
Or I could be reading. I could have read a whole chapter, and I'm like,
I don't understand what's just happened.
I was reading with my eyes and not my brain there.
Yeah.
So I have to like go back.
Yeah.
But that was just, it was nice and easy. I really loved that book.
Yeah.
I'd give it like 4.5 out of 5.
I don't know if I would because I was a bit disappointed about the cowboy thing. Really holding on to this cowboy thing here, guys. No, yeah. I'd give it at least a 4. And that's purely because I didn't know what I was going to be reading. So I thought it was something else.
Yeah.
Not
for
problem. Any. Yeah, exactly. But I'm rating it lower because of myself, not because of the book.
Yeah. But like the story, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, everything was great in it. Like the characters were great, the writing was great. There was enough story versus like sex scenes. There was nothing too major. Like it didn't cause you too much distress.
Yeah,
like it was a good one.
Yeah, I felt like we were both in the right headspace for this book as well.
Yeah.
Like we were saying the other day, weren't we? Like, oh my god, like life is just so stressful.
Yeah, and this one was just nice.
Nice little
read. Nice and easy. Like get you away from reality. Yeah.
No, I'm reading a dark romance, so
yeah, exactly. Oh,
change your face,
but it's fine. Our next one will be completely different as well.
Yeah.
So the next one we're going to be reading is going to be completely different.
Yeah.
We're going to do The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden.
Yeah.
I really like her.
I've only read, I think, The Housemaid.
Yeah. That was a good one though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a film.
It is.
It is going to be a film.
But is this the one with Blake Lively in? No.
No, she did the.
Oh yeah, the domestic abuse one.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, it was really hard to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
No. But anyway, we're doing The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden in the next chapter, which will be chapter 5.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're getting through
5 already. I know.
Guys.
I know.
Oh, how exciting! So yeah, that's everything for today.
That's
so I guess
everything.
We'll see you soon.
Absolutely. If you have any ideas as well on like books you want us to talk about, like sometimes you've read something and you just want to have a chat with your mate, don't you? About it? Like that's how we started this with Say You Swear.
Yeah,
like, I need to talk to someone. Yeah,
exactly. So if you've got any ones that you think would be good to chat about, or you just feel like, oh my gosh, I need someone else to talk about it.
Yeah,
because you haven't seen people. Yeah, talk about it. Then let us know.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I think that's about it for this episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll see you on chapter 5.
Bye.